All right, here's the moment that we all been waiting for. Finally, I got a vintage 1970s new old stock cool Horng 9-inch royal blue bladed desk fan, fresh out the box, fresh out the packaging, never been touched, never been used since the 70s. It looks like it might be a late 76, 77, probably around that time frame. I'll say around that time to about 79. And it's brand spanking, not a scratch, it's not yellowed, it's not cracked, it's not any of those things. It's brand spanking new from the manufacturer. And I got it off of eBay for a reasonable price. So, it's the first time. I know y'all been saying you should really get rid of all those modern fans you have in your collection. You should get rid of all of them and just go vintage. Well, I'm not going to get rid of all of them, but here we go with my first and probably my last vintage fan. Because, well, obviously my room is full. So, glad I was able to get this at an affordable price off eBay. They usually charge you an arm and a leg, and sometimes they rip you off. The only other vintage fan I got that I bought brand new back then in 96 was that Lasco Breeze machine with the navy blue blade, which I still have. All right, so let's get to the unboxing of this, and here we go. You have to forgive me if my back is in the middle of the camera. I can't help that. I'm trying to get the box open, so you have to forgive me if I'm blocking the fan. I haven't even took it out yet, so now let's take it out and see what I got. I'll try to stand out to the side. Yeah, they gave you a bunch of paper. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm trying to look for my scissors. That's where it is, and then we'll get to this thing. But I can tell you this much, it was definitely well packaged. Okay, there's your first look at a probably mid to late 70s Horng oscillating desk fan. It is a 9-inch oscillating desk fan. This fan is brand spanking new, straight from the manufacturer, according to the description. And that it is. It has never been touched. It has never been used at all. Someone probably bought it and just never used it all those decades and finally turned it into eBay. This is just what I'm thinking. Turned it into eBay. And finally it shows up, and I just so happen to be looking for blue fans, and well, here it is. Brand spanking new. It's not used. It's not pre-owned. It's not, any of those things that you usually see. Dirty and rusted. This is fresh off the press from the manufacturer back in the late 70s. Late 70s to mid 80s. So now we're going to plug this thing up and see what we got. It was set to high because they had to package it up. And they did a really good job packaging it up to make sure that it did not get broken during shipment. The blades are not necessarily translucent like the old blades of the real early 70s and late 60s and early 70s. The real translucent blades where you can actually see through it. You can clearly see through it. It's more like a regular type of blue. It looks like you can kind of see through it a little bit. You can see the reflection of the light from outside, but you can't see clear through it. That's around the time they started making the blades like that, because prior to that, with the ones that you can see through, if the fan was to fall over anything, those blades used to snap. They used to shatter really bad. That was the only downside. Then they started making them like this so that it wouldn't break. And this is very hard plastic. So it's royal blue. It's a 2-speed, and it's a Horng. I think Jordan has some fans like that. So I know everybody's gonna be like, "Oh man, he finally got a vintage fan. Oh my God, I can't believe this. He got a vintage fan." Yep. So I got this one in the collection. I still have the old Lasco Breeze machine. So we're gonna put it over here on the table. I'm gonna move you guys over here in a minute, and then we're gonna test it out, and then I'm gonna put it over there by the computer. Okay, all right. Getting ready to move it over here so y'all can see it. And that fan is heavy. That thing got some weight to it. That's how fans was back then in the 70s and 80s. It was like super heavy. So let's see what we can do here. Let me put some light on so y'all can see it better. Here's the plug. Yep. Also on the back of the fan, it actually has a set screw like you would find like on the high velocity fans. So it has one of those type of set screws to pull it off. So this fan is getting ready to run for the very first time since made in the manufacturer. It has never been ran up to this point. This fan is 100% pure white as far as the chassis is concerned, the body is concerned, or as Jordan would say, the apparatus is concerned. It is 100% pure white. The base is pure white. The fan motor housing is pure white. The guard is shiny. Everything about it is brand spanking new from the manufacturer, and it has never ever been opened and never ever been touched. Now, I don't know what happened to the original box. Maybe the owner got rid of the original box at the time, and I don't know what. But all I know is this thing is brand spanking new. Now, let's go ahead and run it for the very first time. I'm going to turn the fans off so y'all can hear it. All right, I think that's good enough. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing a run. Here we go. Full power. Oh, well, I guess I'll let y'all see it oscillate. There it is oscillating. That's at full power. Probably takes time for it to get up to speed from a cold start. And low. This fan is very quiet, but it moves a lot of air. Jordan, I know you would like that. It's quiet. Let's see if y'all can hear the wind stream. Pull the camera up closer. Y'all can hear the wind stream. I don't know if y'all can hear the wind stream or not. The airflow is decent. I don't know how far these can go back. Okay. Well, it is running at high speed, or what I would refer to as high full power. I could feel the air. I think it might be above the camera. Let's see. I like when you adjust it, it doesn't make that clicking sound. It allows you to make whatever adjustments that you want to make. Looks like you guys can hear the wind stream now a little bit. But yeah, it allows you to make whatever adjustments you want to make. So you're seeing it oscillate. I don't know if you can hear the wind stream, but it's moving quite a bit of wind for a little 9-inch fan. That's vintage from the late 70s. Pretty much a late 70s. Looks like it might be a 1970. Could be a 1977, 1978. Between 77 and 79, somewhere in there. Like mid to late 70s. So let's go ahead and spin it down. Or y'all correct me. Y'all know more about these machines than I do. It could be a 1980s fan. I don't know. But let's go ahead and spin it down. I like that. Sounded good. Spin down time. And that's because the oil has to break in. Once the oil breaks, remember, this is brand spanking new. Just coming out of the manufacturer from all those decades ago. And the person that had it before never ever used it. But it stayed brand spanking new. It's just like if I took it out of the packaging right now today. That's how new this is. And it never was used, according to what the seller told me. What the owner told him when they turned it in. So, there you go. Brand spanking new. Not yellow, not any of those things. It's going to stay that way. This is a 9-inch fan. Has like, it looks like it has like maybe an 8-inch blade in here. I think the fan head might be about 9 inches, maybe 9.5, but the blade diameter looks a little bit smaller than what you would find in the Galaxy. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember my sister had one like this a long time ago. It wasn't Horng. It was a Panasonic. It was just like that. I remember that back then. Like somewhere in the early to mid 80s before I got saved, somewhere in there. Anyways, she had one like that a long time ago. Does she still have it? No. She don't have it. It's long gone. Nobody knows back then how to oil. But anyways, there you go. So there it is. I hope you enjoy it. Yep, there's my vintage fan. Everybody wanted me to get a vintage fan. There's a 1976, 77, somewhere in there. Mid to late 70s, possibly 80s fan. Hope you enjoy it. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. You'll see more of this. I'm going to put it over there by the computer. Maybe I'll do another video showing it right over there and running a little bit later. But there it is. Oh, thanks for watching. I know y'all happy, like Super Fan Man, Jordan, Tori the Fan Man. Everybody that likes vintage fans, there you go. I finally got one. Lamont the Fan Man and out. You'll see more of this real soon. Here it is over here by the computer. I just have it in non-oscillation right now because I'm just sitting over here. Running it at full power. Brand new from the 70s. Mid to late 70s, possibly early 80s. Lamont the Fan Man and out.